Hello, what's up, people? Boom! I told you so. Well, what did I tell you? I told that Jpy-Pairs will fall, and I told you that what? That I will buy more screens, and guess who's here today? Why, it is coming! More screens, it's gonna be nice. So I'm creating my setup today. I am especially happy about Jpy-Pairs falling. And CAD yen, Aussie yen, New Zealand yen, pound yen, everything is falling. I don't know what I told you guys, but I've been telling you guys for at least 3 weeks now that we're going to do this. But so, what are you going to do? This is what we're going to do. So, what is there to do now? You just continue selling, looking at sell pairs, looking at selling again, looking at selling again. That is what we are going to do very soon. So, my name is Imbino, Forex trader for over 8 years, 9 even now soon. Hope you guys have questions. Please ask them, and if you don't, then listen along. It's going to be fun. So, for those who are still in the shower and just listening to me in audio, I am looking for dollar strength, yen strength, gold strength, oil weakness, S&P 500 falling, and well, not looking for it, but I kind of expecting that in these current market conditions. But we will go through one by one. Jack, I will respond to you. When I'm able to. I've been in meetings all this morning. I'm sorry that I'm not able to respond to you as quickly as I would like to. Sorry, but I will do this. I will do that after this stream. Okay, is that okay? Hello, Tiago. Hello, Marsh. Hello, Oxy. Hello, Jack. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Cyril. Then, what are we going to do next? We are going to look for setups, and then we will see if we can trade something, and then we will do the other things. The other things I need to do, I need to eat more. I'm sorry, I have low blood sugar, but yeah, it's oatmeal with apples and cinnamon. That's what's going to go down today. So I told you yesterday or the other day before that we were going to fall between 10th and 14th. I said last week there was no setups, Now here we are. We have setups. Hello, Lauren. Hello, Edward. So if you're going to take one thing away from me today is that you're not going to get any pullbacks. Whatever the market's going to do today is there's going to be no pullbacks. What does that mean? That means that it's just going to fall. It's going to be a pullback on smaller time frames, but then fall again. Okay, so nothing is going to be normal anymore. Nothing is going to be what you want it to be. There is nothing called perfect in these market conditions right now. The reason why, because this is, well, maybe there's an Iran news that is making this thing move, or it is because of because it's seasonality, or because people just did it. I don't know. I don't really care. I just know that we prepared for it, and it happened. Now, if you have zero entries at the moment, what can you do? What can you do today if you have 0 entries? You need to look for pullbacks, add a resistance. And you also need to just double check my email. You need to look for pullbacks. Now, how do you look for pullback when everything is falling? You look for pullbacks later on today, maybe in small time frame. Is that what you have been prepared for? But if you look here, for example, is extremely aggressive right now. There is one there, and then you just have to wait for it to pull back. You could have taken that one probably at around 6 a.m. this morning, though it's very aggressive. It's very aggressive, still very aggressive, still very aggressive, still very aggressive. Right now you have a bottom, and you can probably look for 93.70, but you would like to see much deeper pullback, which you're probably never going to get anyways. So that is what's going to happen. What are the key things right now? The key things right now is yen strengthening right now today. And then I believe next week is going to weaken again. So it's a short-term scalp. This has higher risk than normal. Well, not normal, but it has higher risk than your normal pairs, your normal trading. But nothing beats like a good oatmeal. So questions about that? Anyone missed me? Anyone care? Or is everyone like, well, since you were gone last week, we're actually having a good time? I just need to try that fast. That's all. So, okay. Oh. There was a live stream yesterday, and what I would say from yesterday's stream is that was a different stream. Just remember that. And nothing is always straightforward, but I just want to tell you guys that that's a weird sound, but okay, fine. Yeah. So, I'm not going to do that today because that's kind of yesterday's fundamental analysis. Going through all those things is kind of what I normally do then. So if that's something you're interested in, that is what you are going to be looking into. So you said no pullback. So this pair should fall till the end of the week. Yes. New Zealand yen, pound yen, NOK yen, yen should fall to the end of the week. So, nothing else. Dollar is also strengthening this morning as much as that does help out, but same thing. Just look at the euro, for example. Yeah. So what have we learned? Who was it? Daniel. If you remember us having a conversation this morning, I talked about in my mentorship with him, talked about ranges. What normally happens with ranges, and then ranges is that when you have a breakout, don't trust it. Don't trust it like your worst enemy or a bad part, because there is two things that is very important here. Is that when you go up here and you make a double top, or you don't anything that doesn't say continuation upside, or even break, or even this low and breaking of that low there, anything like that would indicate to you, get out, or there's nothing like that. So when I see breakout from a range, I see a lot of retail traders trying to buy it here, trying to buy it here, trying to buy it there. They're trying to buy it everywhere. And it's only going to lead to one thing, losses. Why? Because I've done it before. We know that this is not a setup that is great for buyers. And if you're a seller, you're like, okay, cool. So when do I sell it then? So you sell it at resistance, and you sell it at that was the wrong one actually. You sell it at a resistance, and you sell it maybe on a daily one, daily sell. That was a sell, yeah. And that is your central for the week. Fair enough. And then that was daily sell for today. It just fell. Okay, then just tomorrow, then you work work around 102.32, and then down again. Straightforward, nothing in between. Okay. What have you done now, mister? Thank you. Okay. Son, thank you. That was better. So 0.2, so 1.02 is kind of what I would like to see, and nothing else than that. It's kind of important that you don't get lost and try to sell it too early or too late or whatever it is, but just make sure that you have tested out before you are okay, that was wrong actually. You are, as I said before, you know what you're doing, and you're like, okay, cool, that would be great. That was still wrong. So okay, cool. So then what else? What we're gonna do now? We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for the pullback. But I say you're not gonna expect a pullback. What do I mean then? Well, there's a difference between plan and what's actually going to happen. So what I say I don't expect a pullback is that if you get one, that's your signal. But if you don't get one, then you just let it go. What is the difference between normal waves pivots and pivots pro? The difference is the customizability, the accurateness of the pivot points, and the free version is there to learn, and the pro version is for once you have learned pivot points and you want to take it seriously and you need the most accurate one. The reason why is that we can't change how the time is calculated or how it's calculated in the pivots. So you are going to get like calculations of a new month starting in the old month, or the old month pivot points going into the new month. So it doesn't start at the first of the month, for example, the first of the period. It might state later on, which makes it inaccurate for some pairs, but it's an okay thing if you want to learn. Can look at Caswisi. Ivan, can you upload more videos on pivot points? I've seen that. I will try my best. At the moment, not having available time is my issue. Good morning, Kevin. How are you? I just want to point out to you guys. And where did I do that? Yeah. So right now in my mentorship, I have a mentorship, and that for 6 months is $369 plus taxes if it's applicable if you live in the UK and Europe or some countries. And the other one is that there is a link to, I forgot to give it to you guys actually. Okay. Then do that then, fine, whatever. So it's a max of 5 spots for $69 a month. So it's 2 spaces left as far as I know on that plan, on this one here. This one's only 2 spaces left. So if you want to be a part of that, cool. If you don't want to, cool. None of my issues, to be honest. So the news today is that Iran says they are closer to a nuclear deal that will make them have more oil or give more oil into the market. That means that the market is going to sell the oil down, which it did, which makes more profit. Boom! Yeah. For those who's wondering where my entry is, there is my entry, give or take around 96 something. And we are down at 86 now. So we are down we're $10 on the oil. So booyah! I couldn't do it. I was just about to kick it. Cool. Hello, Samson. That's kind of that. So that's okay. So hi, Mister. I can see you have asked for pound yen too many times. I'm the one controlling this thing, and if you want to ask for it, cool. But why would you be disappointed if you got something for free? If you pay me, I will do it right away. But and part of that, I'm going to have the show that I've planned out for. Okay, cool. Thank you. Ready for a dry season, October 15th. It's been raining a lot here in Florida. The weather app keeps changing. And yeah. You know, yeah, I understand. It's actually, I actually understand you quite well. The reason is that it's rain season in Kenya, and it's cold and rained sometimes, not so much, but that's the difficult part. What I wanted to say about oil is that sends oil down, but I haven't sold anything extra. I haven't sold anything. I haven't done anything. I haven't added more. Even though I could, but yeah. So that's that. So we can go over to pound yen. Are you still disappointed that you're getting something for free that you decided you decide when I'm supposed to do things? But okay. I can be okay. I can be okay. An okay dude. Nothing problem with that. But entitlement is the word here. So pound yen. There is a sell there, and there's a sell there. Did you take it? The other part is it's general downtrend. Pound is generally quite strong today, but yen is even stronger. We are seeing this one to the downside, and it's all going to plan. What else? Anything else? Nothing else? Okay, cool. Where's the target? Target is probably more like, I don't know, monthly, I guess, probably. So somewhere down at 158, 159, somewhere there. So we shall see how far we come. But that's around the target. Entries are coming in every single second almost, and it's support and resistance more than anything else. And if you got resistance, that to me is good enough. It's extremely aggressive at the moment. So that's that. Okay, cool. The app keeps changing the time of rain 7 times on me around 6 a.m. Yeah. The thing is, mate, is that I was in Kenya once, and the weather app, the region, and the weather app says rain and 27 degrees or something like that. Fantastic. I look out of the window, it was rain and thundering and raining cats and dogs, and you wouldn't even believe how much rain it was. We had to run out. We forgot our umbrellas because the weather said nice and dancy. Went from one building to another building, got completely soaked. Went over to the other side, and what happens when he came out of that shop on the other side? That's when the weather said, "Oh, danger, danger! There's ice lightning coming!" And I'm like, "Dude, you're 1 hour late." You can't do that, mate. So that is kind of what is happening. The other thing here for the yen pairs is I feel like I prepared you guys for this. So what is my thought process here? I've gone through the pairs some years back now, and it's been every time around there it just falls, no reason, no questions asked, it just falls. Okay, so if you're going to try to catch it, you probably should have sold yesterday, but right now it's just falls pretty hard every candle now, 30, 30. And the whole of today has fallen now 135 pips. This is what I mean by no pullback. This is the market that I was expecting. This is the market that I prepared you guys for. And how can you get an entry here? Good question. There is none at the moment. But yeah, I don't know which other news that sent everything down. New York Fed manufacturing actual 39, negative 31, previous 5, previous 11. Wow. Okay, so there was some news I should have known about then. Is there anything that can explain seasonality? No, just that, just we do certain things happens every year. So certain things happens every year. So there's nothing there. That's why I was a bit confused. Maybe it's low. Yeah, okay, so it's low. Okay. So it's a New York manufacturing survey. Okay. And that really bad. How much do we have? Do we have a lot of... Oh! Okay, we have COVID, of course, as always. But the last one we're down there was back in 2009. Okay. That's a serious drop. That is a serious drop. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. And nothing really that... Yeah, so it's 2020, 2009 is the other ones. Okay, so that's why we are falling harder now. Okay. So let's go through pound yen. We did pound yen, but a pullback. Aussie yen. So has anyone sold Aussie yen? I know some of you have sold Aussie yen, but is there anyone in here who has sold Aussie yen? Well, yeah, I know, Oxy. I know you sold it. What price did you sell it at? I can find it, but I guess you could tell me faster. What price did you sell at? Okay. I just figured out. Oops, that was the wrong side of things. 94.48. Okay. Cut on mid-air. Yeah. 94.14. Okay. And 94.46. Okay. Okay. I sold Friday 94.90. Okay. Okay. Rate my entry kind of shenanigan. Okay, cool. Nothing too bad, nothing too sad. Nothing to complain about there. Everything is great. Of course, Maryland had the best entry of all, but yeah. So profits, entry to break even. Nothing really more than that. And see if we can get a better entry, to be honest. Another entry, by the way, sorry. So yeah, okay, cool. So that's that. Okay, can we do that 1 year then? Okay, just double check. Say August. Yeah, okay, no, not that year. What I'm kind of expecting here, people, you know, it's kind of this. We just fall. There's a small pullback and we fall again. Okay, fair enough. Which pair did I add that buy at? I did bought. Was it New Zealand yen? Just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. It may seem counterintuitive, but many yen pairs have moved so much in the last 24 hours, likely for some low. Yeah. That it's likely the low for some yen pairs like euro yen could be in for the week already. Okay. Yeah. The test that I have, it's S1 that I'm kind of targeting at least, and then yeah, so that could be the case. Yeah. The other thing that tends to happen, Joe, is it tends to go through the weekly target. Weekly target tends to not be the target for this week, generally speaking. Shorter New Zealand yen 85.66. 85.66. Yeah. Should I get out before the news tomorrow? What is the news tomorrow? Which news is tomorrow? I don't see anything specific for tomorrow. For New Zealand yen. But yeah, so that's a thought that we all need to have in mind. That's a thought we all have to have in mind. But don't let it limit you. I think we're almost at target for New Zealand yen. Was that tomorrow? Maybe on different time zones then. Wednesday is the RBA. But why would New Zealand fall if they're going to increase interest rate on Wednesday? Will it rise? Okay. Okay. So 2 of my mentorship students says it will rise. Okay. Let's see on Wednesday if it rises or falls. The reason why I say okay is because That's not the same thing. Just because there's an interest rate meeting with 75 basis points priced in, that's not the deal. The deal is what are they thinking about the future? I was heard last week by CPI, got paranoid. Yeah, okay, cool. It can rise, but the will is too strong. Are we pricing for New Zealand pairs? Then you might drop a little. The only thing that I'm a bit disappointed about my mentorship students is I have taught you better. Expected reality. The expectations for CPI, GDP, unemployment, and then interest rates is already there. It's already been priced in about their forward guidance and what they're actually going to do as an interest rate The problem here is that there is a thing that you guys need to really understand and always remember is forward. The forward guidance, the expected value in the future is the most important thing. Important. Zero value in terms of expected. The reality of the interest rate, the reality of the CPI, of this reality of GDP, and what reality, what they actually said is, okay, we kind of will know, we can kind of guess that. But this forward has to confirm what the market already believes is going to be. But they can have a different opinion. No, not all of it, no. Warner says drop a like. Happened exactly what you said yesterday with sharp info. Yeah, it did. So when it comes to trading or being afraid or being cautious or whatever it comes to interest rate meeting, is all okay to take a step back and say, I want to see what this meeting is about. I want to see what they say. I want to see what they do. I want to see what they say. And it can go against me. That's all good, mate. That's all good. But this is where the market goes into pricing in whatever they say about the future. And that's what's going to determine. It can go both ways. It's a 50-50 chance. But you feel the mostly when it goes against you. Okay? That's all. All understood? All good? Thank you very much. So, ever since we've been in this meeting, it has fallen a bit more. I'm actually in New York time for some reason now. Oslo, London, Amsterdam. On this candle here at 2 p.m. Okay, so we fall more, and we fall more. Is that going to make us any difference? No, nothing at all. Wait a week. More says thank you. Yeah. Nothing to worry about. It's just that don't. Also, if you freak out, just freak out and don't do anything about it. Or if you freak out, let things run. Free mentorship material right here. Yeah. And as New Zealand dollar is expected to raise interest rates Wednesday to 3%. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't mean it will rise, which we just discussed. So this fall in New Zealand yen may be a good pullback to buy again. No. Well, yeah, eventually. But are you going to buy a falling knife? Are you going to buy a market that is in free fall? No, but you are not going to do that. So right now it's a free fall as a sell a million times. And for those who's buying now, well, unless you're called Joe Balls and you're the boss, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But it has to have a complete reversal. If it goes up from now, it is the most speculative way of trading. It's basically suicide. Twitch is asking if I've ghosted them. But they're sending me emails in Danish. But that's kind of that. So right now it's just waiting for a pullback. If you get one. And yeah. Also, I would say it's too early to take a profit on euro. I think it's too early. That's my opinion. I think there's way more room to fall. But what am I going to? Why am I right? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. The only problem with that is, just follow your plan, mate. Take the profit, let it go, and review it when you're done with it. Do we have any other pairs you want to look at, people? Do we have any other pairs you want to look at? Pound yen setting up for a sell soon. Yeah. Yeah, also pound dollar and pound yen is kind of sell ready. Pound Aussie, no. Pound New Zealand, no. Pound NOK, no. So pound yen, pound dollar, yeah. Yeah. I don't like the other ones. Do you want to sell UK 100? Looks like more like a sell. That's more profits, people. It's even more profits on oil. Just by sitting here and waiting for it and looking at it. Yeah, okay, cool. Just need to double check. Yeah, okay. We can look at it. Doesn't really entice me, but okay. Are you going to sell your Aussie or what's the deal? I went out of coffee. Yeah. I will go through gold. That's okay, actually. Sell. Wouldn't do it now, yeah. The problem with this pullback is it's pretty strong. Generally, on other pairs, that will look like it can go whatever higher until whatever higher it does, until it starts forming red candles again. So I'd be up to 45, 50, 60 level at least, or anything higher, but you have to see reverse first before you engage. And New Zealand is not likely to perform. That is Canadian time, not European time. Or New Zealand time. Gold, please. Yeah, I wouldn't sell euros if you give me $1 million. Yeah. Yeah, what can we do here? What's the deal here? The deal was bullish, and now it's range to bearish, maybe, or range-ish. So right now, there's nothing for me to do here. There is technically nothing to do, and I don't have a seasonality here, and yeah, it's somewhere in between nothing and everything, and everything can happen, nothing can happen, and yeah. Crude oil is in free fall. That would be great. That's one of the greatest trades we've ever done. Well, not ever, but one of the greatest trades we've done on oil. Just mentioning it. But yeah, gold. No, nothing. The reason why I don't have anything to do here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons. 1, we have a range. 2, we have a low. If you're looking for buying, are you going to buy low? Yeah, maybe. Second of all, it died, so trend is now dead. And the other thing is you need to have a higher high before buying. So I don't have technical reasons for it. And if you are here at the bottom, you can just continue falling anyways. So yeah, it's not a good one anyways. Okay, so let's go through dollar. Currently rising, currently great. Nothing particular here, but yeah, fine. New Zealand dollar. There's a pullback there. Definitely should a short side, and hopefully maybe down to 62 maybe. USD CAD rising again. Has been in a range, has been non-performing, and then that's how I just make that one. Now we made it low. Now we're going back higher again. It's really rising pretty rapidly. I don't know how high it's going to go, but it's definitely going to go somewhere. So took a gel bill there. Aussie New Zealand, Aussie dollar, sorry, pull back now. Looking to sell anything and everything to downside. Target somewhere around 69. Euro, fell, should have a pullback, so we can sell it again around 102.23, 102.23, 102.30. Euro New Zealand non-existing. Pound yen falling hard. No pullback so far. New Zealand NOK yen, New Zealand yen, Aussie yen, CAD yen, Euro yen, all making lower lows. At the bottom of the candle, can't sell it. So also hit a weekly target already, so be careful there, but I think you can move further down. Nathan says, how long do you think yen strength will last for the rest of the week? Okay, people, I will be live in another hour or so. on A1. I think it will be 1 hour from now. Until then, people, have a great day. See you soon. And sorry about the lack of entries in this stream. I tried, but I can't make the market move. The good part is oil is still falling and we're still making money. So Bob's your uncle. Boom.